Hey everybody, it's Kayla. I'm the e-commerce mom. Thank you so much for being here. On my channel, I talk about reselling and mom life and finances. Those are three main topics I talk about here. And if those are topics that interest you, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and the like button and come around, stick around for more because we're going to be talking about all kinds of things. So right now what we're going to talk about is how to make a listing on eBay. Now a lot of people are scared to sell on eBay because they don't know the ins and outs of what they need to be doing for a listing and shipping and all kinds of things. So today we're going to show you how to list something and make this as simple as possible. So the item that I'm going to list right now, and I'm actually going to use this listing, so I'm going to set it up just like I would use it. This is a Razer Black Widow gaming keyboard. These are for people who are into serious PC gaming, and you will notice that it looks a little bit different than a normal keyboard. It is also very clicky, so you can hear all the noise that it makes. People like the specific keyboard that they are using because of muscle memory. Once your brain learns where keys are, you know, something happens to your keyboard, you want to get the exact same one, or you may want to upgrade, and buying them used on eBay is a cheap way to do this. Now this is not one of the more expensive ones because it's a little bit of an older model, but there are some that are pretty expensive. So this one should sell for between $25 and $30, and I have $4 into it, so it's a great flip. I plugged it up to my computer and it tested it, and it does work, and it just has a USB cable here, and you plug it up and that's how you test it, and just start typing. You will know what model it is because there is a sticker on the back side, and right on the bottom here it has the model number right here. So that's an easy way to look them up in thrift stores or garage sales or whatever to find out if it's something that is still desirable and not super obsolete. So this one is still fairly desirable. It's not super expensive, but we got 4 of them, and so some of them are better than others, but this is still an easy sell. So I'm going to take you through how to list this item. Now, first of all, what we're going to put in here is what we are selling. This is a Razer Black Widow gaming keyboard. And you can also just use someone else's title if you do, once you look up the completed listings, which we'll do in another video to find out what it's worth. You can use someone else's title if you want to. But I'm just going to make up my own. And I'm going to put the model number of the keyboard here. And hit search. And it does find a lot of different keyboards. I'm not really sure which one I have. And you can choose these or not choose these. I don't think, let's see, wait a minute. This is the one that I have right now because there is an NPN number, like a product number on the back of here. And this is the number. And you'll find for books, DVDs, music, all kinds of stuff. This will give you the item specs that somebody will want to know when they buy the product. Sometimes what you're looking for is here. Sometimes it's not. Especially if you have like a vintage item or something really specific. It will also change up the title for you, which is probably best to use that. There is also the date here, 2014, so it's not a new keyboard, and that's why it is you know, cheaper in price to resell, but it's still not bad. Okay, so when you do this, you want to make sure that you are not putting crazy words in your title like look and beautiful and cute and pretty and whatever. Nobody's going to search for those words. So you don't want to put that in there. You also want to start with just really basic information and then go to the more like specific things on the end. You do not want this to be like super crazy, and you want to make sure all the words in there are searchable. So I would go with the brand name and the model name, and then maybe add the color in there. Also, we're going to look at the item specifics later, and that is where you are going to put in most of the really important things. Subtitle, this is not worth paying for, so do not do that. Custom label. This is a great place to put where you store this. If you have bins that are labeled like A, B, C, or A1, A2, A3, this is a place to put this. So on your page where you're going to see all your orders, that will be there, and you'll know where to pull the item from. It is super important that you put a location there. Some people put it in the title. I don't do that because I think it confuses the buyer. It's irrelevant to anything that they're doing or need to know, and it's kind of confusing, and so I put it right here. You can also print from your order page, like like all the orders out, and then you can pull them that way if you want to. Or you can just do it from your phone. Now phones have this in there on the mobile app, which, well, the phones don't have it in there, but the mobile app has it, and it makes it easy to go through and do to find your items. Now, store categories. If you have an eBay store, you set this up. And I am going to go to electronics and computer accessories because that's how I set mine here. Condition is going to be used. Now, you see there's a lot of things here. Open box, manufacturer refurbished, seller refurbished, used, and for parts are not working. Open box used to be new other, and now it's open box. So if you have a box, that item in a box that's not sealed anymore, but it was just opened up, looked at, put back in there, and it's not been used, that would be what you choose. If you have something that's broken and you still want to sell it, you would put for parts are not working. eBay is not going to stand behind you if you put used for parts because someone could say it's not as described. So you want to make sure that if there's an option, you put for parts are not working. So we are going to put used, and the condition is very, very important that you note this. So you want to look over your item. So I'm going to look over my item and see what it looks like. There are a few light scratches on it, but otherwise it's in really good condition, and I've tested it, so it does work. So I am going to write, and everybody's going to write something different. I'm going to lay this down. Behind me, I have two more over there. Okay, so I'm going to put tested, good condition, has a few light scratches, and then I always put C photos. Okay, then I am going to add photos from my phone here, so I'm not going to do that. If you have photos on your computer, this is where you can upload them. When I put the phone for the pictures from my phone on here, I will then go back here and you can kind of edit them. If I need to, I'll do that here. I've been using a phone app though where I don't have to. Okay, so here is a model number. So we are going to come up here and we are going to copy this model number and put it down here. The color is going to be black. And you want to make sure you fill out as much of this as you know how to fill out. It is an illuminated thing, and I think there are probably programmable buttons and other things, but I'm not sure all of that. Keyboard layout is, I believe it's a QWERTY keyboard, which just means that the middle row is the top row is QWERTY. And then the keyboard language I have, that is, well, it's English. I was thinking it was going to be something I wouldn't know what that was. Modified item, that would be no. So, custom bundle, that would be no. And I don't know the region manufacturer. I could probably look on there and find it. But you want to make sure you fill all this out because this is going to help people find your items more the more you have here. Then you're going to go to advanced editing, or I do because I have templates set up in here. And I'm going to put this template that I have. I'm not going to use measurements. This is just how I do it. These are things that people ask a lot, and I put that there. You don't have to. Then I'm going to copy and paste the condition right here into the condition here. And I prefer listing on desktop. You can always do this on the phone, but I don't like doing it that way. Okay, then I'm going to copy and paste the title in the description. Now, if I feel like I need to put more here, I will, but most of the time I don't because my titles are descriptive enough. You do, but you don't have to do it my way. But some things that you don't want to do. You want to make this mobile friendly, which there's also a mobile friendly checker over here. And you can just click fix it for me. And then this is how it's going to look on a phone. You don't want a bunch of crazy stuff and a bunch of crazy templates and, you know, flying butterflies and all kind of crazy stuff like they used to have. Your music comes on and something follows your mouse and all that. Like, you don't want anything crazy. I would not center the text also. I would put it over to the left side right here, left justified. And I just put kind of this same stuff here. I have ships within 1 business day, because people will ask you. Sometimes people won't even read this, but that's just what I'm telling you to do, because I find that these answer most of the questions right here. Payments expected within 3 days of purchase. So especially if I do an auction, after 3 days I open a non-buying case, and that's just my own personal preference. It does not mean that you have to do that. And then I also say, please feel free to ask any questions you have before buying, because I want people to know that they can ask me questions so that I can give them the answers. I want people to know that I'm open to questions, and I do get a lot of questions that I answer back as quickly as I can. Now, this is where you would choose fixed price or auction. I am going to be doing auction style. I didn't know there was a classified ad there. That's new to me. I don't know what that is. Duration is always good till canceled now. They used to have 30 days and 7 days, 10 days, 5 days, all kind of stuff, but it's not like that anymore. Start my listings when I submit them, or schedule to start on. I will schedule auctions if I do them, but for fixed price, I do not schedule that. And also, I will do a bunch of listings and schedule them out to list every day, because I find that consistent activity is what gets sales. So I will do that, but I'm not doing those batch listings right now, so I'm just doing like 10 a day. Buy it now price, I'm going to put $29.99. The quantity is 1. If you want people to be able to make a best offer, you would click there. And then once you do that, it will allow you to set up automatically accepting and declining certain prices, but I'm not doing that right now. And you can do that if you have an item you're not sure of the price. You can kind of put a higher price and put best offer if you want to. There's a bunch of other options here. Allow buyers to remain anonymous. I don't do that. I'm not donating anything. PayPal address, which I have blurred out. You want to make sure you have that in there. You can require immediate payment with Buy It Now if you want to. Sales tax, and I have the sales tax table set up for mine. So charge sales tax within the current sales tax table. You should be charging for sales tax and collecting it. I'm not an accountant, but I'm just telling you that's what you should be doing. Return options, domestic returns accepted, 30 days, and the buyer pays shipping if the buyer does not like the item or if it's a remorse purchase. Now, if it's item not as described, you are responsible for that. If you are not accepting returns, then I don't know what to tell you, because you have to. Like, you're going to be forced to accept returns. I rarely have returns, and I rarely have returns because somebody doesn't like it. Now, I don't sell a lot of clothing and things that you have to worry about the fit on, but I've never had issues with returns. Like, it's just not a problem. If you describe your item well, you test your item well, you don't have that many issues with it. Now, every once in a while you get somebody that's just really irritating, but it happens with any store. If you think about Walmart or Target, how many returns do they get? So you're not going to get hardly any compared to somewhere like that. International returns accepted, I don't have that checked because I don't do international sales except for with the global shipping program. You can do a flat shipping cost. I don't know what this is going to cost to ship. So what I am going to do is I'm going to click down and go to calculated shipping, because I don't know how much this item weighs, and I mean how much it's going to cost, and I'm not going to guess on something this big. So here you would choose what shipping services that you want. I have a video all about shipping that I will link for you. So that you can go check that out. So go look in the description, and if I can link it in a card above, I will do that too. I am going to choose priority mail. I have a 1-day handling time, so this is how long, 1 business day, this is how long I have to get it out. It does not include weekends or holidays. You can add a handling cost to this, so you could charge extra, like for packaging materials and things if you wanted to. I do not. And you can do combined shipping rules, where if you do more than one, it combines. It's a lot more things that you can do than what I'm doing right now. International with the global shipping program. Then right here you have the packaging type. You can put the dimensions in. I am just going to put the weight, and I'm going to guess right now it's 3 to 4 pounds. And you want to make sure this is with packaging that you put this weight, and then also excluded. You can sell with GSP, but you're also going to sell to all these places if you don't have that. And so You want to make sure that you exclude wherever you want to exclude. And then you have the promoted listings where you can click here and you can pay an ad rate. And if your item sells, then it will deduct $2.07, or it will charge you $2.07 to sell it basically. But it runs like sponsored listings or ad listings throughout eBay to get more eyes on your item. I would not set it up this high. I would set it personally at maybe like 2% if you wanted to do that, but that is a way to boost your visibility. And you can offer volume pricing, so you can offer a discount when the buyers purchase more than one item at a time, and you can set that however you want to, so buy 2 more and save whatever percentage off of each item if you would like to do that. Now what I'm going to do is click here where it says save as draft, and I'm going to save this as a draft. Then I'll take the photos and I will upload them to this photo section on the app, and then I'll come back. I'll check over the shipping again to just make sure that I have the correct weight for it. You want to include the packaging. The more you do it, the better you'll get at guessing the packaging weight, and then you will, because you want to have the packaging and the item also. And then if I need to tweak it a little bit here, I will, but most likely I won't, because the app I use does the editing for me mostly. When I didn't use that and I just used my cell phone camera, I got not the greatest pictures, and then I would edit them there and they would look fine. So you can do that too. And then I will, after I add the pictures on my phone, I'll come back, look over everything, and then I will click List Now down here. But if you already have the pictures on your computer, you can just drag them into the picture part. And then you come down here to the end and you would either click List Item or Save as Draft. So anyway, I hope that's really helpful to y'all. Leave any questions you have in the comments section below, and I will get back to you and answer those as quickly as I can. Thank you all for being here again. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you back for another video soon. Bye-bye.